Live from downtown Bakersfield, 23 ABC News starts now.
A local ministry putting the community first with a Thanksgiving meal, the free event that's set to feed hundreds.
And calling all you Potterheads, the Fox turning back time 18 years to give you a little taste of Harry Potter. We'll tell you how they plan the journey back to where it all began.
Good morning. Thanks for joining us for 23 ABC News at 5 a.m. I was trying to remember what day it was. It's Wednesday, and I'm Danielle Kern County.
And I'm Mike Hart. And of course, the big story that everybody's talking about and wondering about, thinking about is the weather. Elena.
It's a mess. Yeah. It's a mess. And it's just the beginning. And I say mess because we have so many people who want and think they have to travel today. Right. I had someone yesterday say, I canceled my plans because your weather better happen. And I was like, no pressure.
Better happen. Yeah, no, nice.
But a lot of people don't have that option to cancel their plans, or they have people coming to them. So here's the latest as the storm arrives right now. The roof camera showing you it is wet and it is windy. Oh, I can't wait to get to Alyssa. She's getting some snow. Okay, so we're at 46 right now. It's about the same as yesterday, but the air continues to push in today with this cold front. So this is the bulk of the precipitation. Then it's bands of rain and snow with falling temperatures after that. So coming down to Bakersfield, look at how we have light rain now, but it's just pushing up into the mountains with those falling temperatures. The snow level right now is about 5,000 feet, but it's trying to get all the way down to 4,000 feet by sunrise. So with that rain and snow arriving today, continues with bands of rain and snow all day today and tomorrow. So you may get breaks, but there's more coming. Don't let it fool you. The winter storm warning for our mountains in effect through Friday. This morning snow, 4,000 feet. By Friday, trying to get down to 2,000 feet. We also have one big note for you, a high wind warning in effect until 6 a.m. Some 70-mile-an-hour damaging wind gusts are possible, especially in those South Mountains if you're traveling over the Grapevine or you live in those communities around Fraser Park. Now, temperatures right now continue to fall, but look at these highs later today. Just the low 50s briefly in Bakersfield, the upper 30s in Tehachapi and Fraser Park. That'll lead to some snow for most of the day, but especially here in these morning hours. Passes are open, but we're hearing that they are pacing on the Grapevine. Let's join 23 ABC's Alyssa Flores down there on the 5. Alyssa, I see those snow flurries on your camera.
Yeah, you know, I brought my snow boots, I brought my jacket, but I didn't bring goggles, and I should have, because this snow is really blowing. You can definitely feel those wind gusts here this morning. As you can see, yeah, we're getting some snow flurries here in Fraser Park, just off of the 5 here is where we are. CHP saying they're starting to pace cars because of the snow flurries that we're seeing, but we're not quite seeing any pacing yet. Traffic is moving pretty freely. If you want to take a look behind me at what the 5 looks like right now at this hour. If you left and you started your travel plans early, that was good by you, because you're hopefully going to get to your destination safely this Thanksgiving. CHP out here in their maximum enforcement period right now. They're monitoring DUI drivers and traffic and seatbelts and all that good stuff. And we're happy that they are out here in full force, because we're sure going to need it with all of this weather. They're telling us that they're going to try to keep the Grapevine open as long as they can. Obviously, a lot of drivers really depending on that for their holiday plans, but if not, you should definitely have a second plan in place. Consider maybe taking the coast down. It's obviously a longer detour, about 4 hours if, you know, the Grapevine does shut down, or possibly the 58 if that doesn't shut down. So we're going to continue monitoring conditions here. Like I said, snow definitely falling, but it's not sticking to the ground, and we're happy about that, because that's going to keep roadways open for now. We're going to check in with 23 ABC's Daniela Garrido. She is live off of the 58, showing us what conditions look like there.
That's right, we're standing on Highway 58 just before the Tehachapi exit, and I will tell you, weather conditions changed just moments before we started going live. Initially, it was just some subtle rain, some sprinkles, and now we are seeing freezing raindrops. I'm not sure if you can see right here on my glove, but it's really icy rain, and we know today is the biggest day for holiday travel. So if you are monitoring the 58, we will tell you that those roads are definitely wet, but more at lower levels. On our way up here, we noticed that the temperature dropped about 5 to 10 degrees, and I'm sure as we go in and as the day goes on and the sun comes up, we're going to see that drop even more. But if you are traveling, definitely expect near Bakersfield more rain, and over here more about that freezing rain, and the wind is definitely fluctuating. I was feeling it hit harder before, but now I feel it hitting a little bit slower. So definitely expect to feel that freezing rain, or just rain if you're driving in general on the 58.
All right, Daniela, thank you. And over 300 Thanksgiving baskets will be given away to families in need this morning. The Bakersfield North Rotary, along with volunteers from North High School's Interact Club, Standard School District, and the Bakersfield Police, will package and distribute 350 Thanksgiving basket food boxes. It's the 18th year the club has hosted the event. The food boxes will go to north of the river families who might otherwise not have a Thanksgiving dinner. Pre-selected families will be able to pick up a box at Standard Middle School this morning at 7 o'clock.
Yeah, I know we've been giving you a lot of tips, a lot of suggestions for this holiday season. Here's one more. County Fire has released a list of things to not feed your furry friends. According to KCFD, do not feed your pets things like turkey skin, drippings, gravy, the turkey bones. That's always very popular. Stuffing, sage, raisins, grapes, onion, and garlic. They also suggest not to feed them things like nutmeg, nuts, mushrooms, corn on the cob, chocolate, that's a big no-no, yams or bread dough. And a full day ahead tomorrow for the Blessing Corner Ministries as they get ready to host their annual Thanksgiving dinner. It will be served at the location at 101 Union Avenue. Up to 400 meals will be served beginning at 11:30 in the morning, running till 2:30 in the afternoon. Plus, they're going to be serving another 125 meals at another location to benefit homeless individuals and families. And they'll be sending out 200 additional meals to neighboring seniors and veterans. The event is free to all who can benefit and attend.
Delano's planning to hold a community luncheon on Thanksgiving for those in need, but they need more volunteers to help put meals together and serve at the event. The free Thanksgiving community luncheon scheduled for 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. tomorrow. The annual event began back in 1986, and after a 2-year hiatus, the Community Thanksgiving Day event is back on at Tony's Firehouse Restaurant in Delano, all thanks to a committee of local leaders. Volunteers are still needed for this meal, which is expected to feed about 1,000 people. If you would like to volunteer, call 580-2001 or the Delano Chamber of Commerce at 586-2391.
All right, let the holiday magic begin. How about with a movie and butterbeer? Watch the movie that started the Potterhead phenomenon, Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone. Fox Theater is hosting the event on Monday. Guests are welcome to bring their own stein to receive a free butterbeer soda. I'm sorry for tricks. Some people didn't know what that was. It's actual soda. Blue Oak Coffee will also be selling some snacks beforehand. Tickets available at the box office. Doors open at 6. The Hogwarts Express pulls out promptly at 7 o'clock.
The annual Bakersfield Christmas Parade is almost here, and 23 ABC is sponsoring the event once again. That parade making its way downtown next Thursday, December 5th. There's going to be live performances, cheer squads, local politicians, fire trucks, marching bands, and so much more. You're welcome to join us at the parade. It's free, but you might want to show up a little bit early to get a good spot. If you'd rather stay home, don't worry. Parade will be airing live right here on 23 ABC from 6 to 8 p.m. on Thursday. You can also watch it on Roku and Alexa and other streaming devices. It'll also be live streamed on our social media platforms and our website, turnto23.com.
And no reason you shouldn't watch it.
Exactly. Yeah. And join 23 ABC this Friday for the Town and Country Village tree lighting. And while you're there, you can even get a free picture with Santa, enjoy some tasty treats. 25th annual event starts at 4:30 p.m. Friday. Don't forget, 23 ABC's Mike Hart is going to be out there emceeing the night's festivities once again. It's happening at the Town and Country Village at Stockdale Highway and Coffee Road.
So great. We have so many different groups out there.
It's so fun.
Singing and dancing. It's just it's a lot of fun.
Yeah. Hopefully the rain doesn't impact that too much on Friday.
Last year, Chief Anthony Gallegeza climbed the ladder truck and he lit the tree.
Awesome.
The chief went up there.
That's awesome.
Love
and
that.
Friday afternoon, correct?
Hopefully, yes.
4:30 p.m. Yeah, Friday.
Clear and calm.
Oh,
Awesome.
you see that? Okay, Elena just said, I didn't know if you heard her. She said, we should be in the clear weather-wise.
But cold.
Oh,
That's
fine.
okay.
Fine.
It's officially Christmas season.
Right. It's Santa's fault. He brought that cold air from the North Pole because he's going to be here. Blame Santa. We're at 46 right now here in Bakersfield. This is the cold front arriving with this powerful storm we've been talking about for a week now. This is the heaviest of the precipitation, but we'll continue to have bands of rain and mountain snow all day today and all day tomorrow for your Thanksgiving. So you see it's 24 at the top of Breckenridge. Snow is falling and sticking there. Same with Alta Sierra. Tehachapi is at 41 right now, but that temperature continuing to fall. We have Daniela up there and we have Alyssa along the Grapevine. Both of them have that slushy snow starting to come down on their cameras. They're at pass level right now. So this is the passage of the cold front, but behind it you see all of this rain that continues to come in throughout the day. And it's very cold, unstable air. So the Storm Prediction Center has updated this swath of green, that area that has the threat of thunderstorms, to include all of the valley and even many of our mountain locations. This could be thunder snow today, where it's snowing, but you hear the rumbling thunder as well. Fascinating phenomenon. So when we talk about storm totals with this winter storm warning, from now through Friday morning, 1 to 2 feet above 5,000 feet. That includes Alta Sierra, Breck, Pine Mountain Club, Bear Valley Springs. 1/2 inch to a foot of snow above 3,000 feet. That includes Tehachapi, Fraser Park, and then 1 to 6 inches of snow above 2,000 feet. Isabella trying to get a dusting to possibly even some good measurable snow out of this. Again, travel delays expected. Road closures are possible. Not just the passes, but many of those mountain roads on the side streets expected to be quite icy the next several days as well.
All right, we'll get back to that in just a moment, but right now, still to come, 2 days out from Black Friday, unless you've already started shopping.
There's already deals.
Reality check for retailers. We'll tell you what the experts are saying. That and more next.
Traffic. Welcome back. Let's take you to a live look from LAX. Once again, we just visited this 30 minutes ago. It was flowing a little bit, right? And now, oh my gosh, only 30 minutes later, it's at a stop.
So all those people were watching our news?
I know.
And they raced down there?
Started rushing. Yeah, they got there fast. So they're getting ready to take to the skies to travel for this Thanksgiving holiday. LAX tweeted out saying they're expecting 238,000 passengers just today at the airport.
Oh, is that all?
Yeah, they're calling it a super peak.
Yeah.
Yeah, that just sounds horrible.
Yeah, they say they're, in addition to that, they expect 113,000 cars passing through the airport, parking nearby. With all these record numbers, you got to remember there's major construction projects. Arrive well in advance. And before you even leave the house, check to make sure your flight wasn't delayed or canceled.
Yeah, because it's not just the takeoff weather that could delay you.
It's exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so look at Minneapolis is having a high impact in the weather, the heart of New Mexico as well. And we've been talking a lot about that storm on the East Coast. Ours is worse. You see the heart of California, including all of Kern County, expecting a high impact for our roadways and for our airports. Here's a look at the cold front arriving now. This is the bulk of it. If you are trying to get down to LAX, you need to hurry, but don't race. Does that make sense? Because the storm will continue to chase you south, but you need to take it slow and easy over the pass. Once you get there, just drive steady, because you go too fast, you start squirreling around, you could crash or get stuck in that stopped traffic, and you just don't want to do that. So take it easy. The pass is open for now, but CHP is monitoring the situation closely as snow is starting to fall and stick. All right, let's go. Amani live along the 5. She's here in the valley. Amani, how does it look?
It looks pretty fine to me. I just spoke with some people. They traveled in a little bit early from Los Angeles. They said they're heading to San Francisco, and they said they decided to head out early just because of this winter storm that's coming here, and it's really going to impact the valley. But right now here in Buttonwillow, you can tell behind me, the rain is pretty light, and it's been that way for about 30 minutes. Although when I was driving here, at moments it would be extremely strong rain, and then it would just ease up. But I think that's pretty much how it's going to be throughout the day. Sometimes it's going to come strong down here in the valley and it's going to taper off. But as far as traffic, people are moving pretty slowly around, and the rain is light. You can see right here as I'm zooming in how it's just sprinkling down onto the roadways. And cars were, as I was coming here, they were monitoring the signs. They were obeying the traffic laws, and they weren't speeding. And I think they were really trying to get around me because I was going kind of slow. But right now the rain is light and traffic is moving pretty slowly and pretty quickly, fairly, right here on the I-5 North, right here in Buttonwillow. But for now, live in Buttonwillow, I'm Imani Stevens, 23 ABC, connecting you.
All right, Imani, thank you for that. Switching gears now to business news this morning. Shoppers and retail experts all casting an eye to Black Friday, 2 days away. For shoppers, it means deals. For experts, this weekend could be a strong indicator of which retailers are ready for new shopping realities. Now, they point to places like Target and Best Buy, which have bulked up their online presence. There are concerns, on the other hand, about places like The Gap and Macy's. Will people be going in?
Oh, yeah.
All right. Well, I mean, if it's raining out, I mean, you might as well go inside.
True.
and shop somewhere. Let's bring in Elena again. Take another look outside as the wet weather is falling. The snow
is falling. It's not this clear. Don't let that fool you.
Yeah, that's more like.
I had to shut down traffic and reload weather, and it was like, you have too much data. Give me a minute. Let's take a look at this storm system. You see the heart of it is moving onshore to our north. So what's happening now is the cold front is digging in. We still have all of this rain and snow behind it that continues to fill in throughout the day. So looking at the cold front itself, see that bulk of the moisture and then a break, band of rain, a break, band of rain, a break. So that's why you could go outside and be like, oh, I see a little sun. Not for long. With this is the heaviest of the precipitation. It's also that burst of cold air and very fast winds. So this is just what's been coming through since midnight. Here we are at 46 in Bakersfield right now, and we're in a pocket of some light rain. But moving in from McFarland and headed our way is moderate to heavy rain at times. These areas of red could lead to some localized street flooding. It's hard to drive through, and we have so many travelers coming through all of our highways that it's going to create a mess for all of those roadways. But of course, the eyes are on the mountains right now. Tehachapi at 41, but continuing to fall. Snow is falling and sticking in those mountains to your south. It is accumulating already in Breckenridge, Alta Sierra. The ski resort loves this. They are, I'm sure, hoping to open this weekend, but we're not going to say whether they can or not until they take a look at their base and see how it's behaving. As we take a look at Fraser Park, they have snow that is falling and sticking, but we also have very fast winds with this cold front coming through, possibly damaging winds through 6 a.m. in those south mountains. Keep that in mind if you're traveling over the Grapevine, but it's blustery through Tehachapi as well. The Futurecast showing you the bulk of that moisture moving up into our mountains with the snow level continuing to fall. Here we are at 8 a.m. and that snow is still sticking on our mountain passes. Now we get a little bit of a break and then some more bands of rain, some more snow at the higher elevations. Here we are at noon, and see how it's starting to become individualized cells. This is the chance for those thunderstorms I was talking about the last couple days, mostly here in the valley, but possibly picking up into the mountains where it then turns into snow above 5,000 feet throughout the day. Here we are at 5 p.m. The sun sets tonight. Anything that's left over quickly turns to snow heading into your Thanksgiving morning. And throughout the day on Thanksgiving, we'll still have those bands of rain and snow because now the storm is sitting down right over the top of us and continuing to bring us that cold air, that instability, and all of that moisture. By Friday morning, it is so cold, we're still trying to get some Isabella snow out of this. So rain totals, we've bumped those numbers up a bit. We're now talking about a quarter inch for many valley locations, but here in Bakersfield and down into Arvin, 1/2 inch to 3/4 of an inch possible, and that's in storm total today all the way through early Friday. And heading into our mountain locations, we're talking about plenty of snow as well out of this. Very exciting to be talking about all of this weather, but obviously a mess on this busiest travel day of the year. So we are monitoring those roadways very closely to see how long they can stay open and how safe they are as you're heading out.